I love you for economic reasons. All my YouTube subscribers, I've given you my heart. Hey everybody, I got a request for this song, I Love You for Sentimental Reasons. I think it was made most famous by Nat King Cole. I also listened to Sam Cooke's version and Linda Ronstadt. And I'm going to do it in Linda Ronstadt's key, which is B flat. Not quite sure. I think it might be like D flat or something for Nat King Cole, and I think Sam Cooke is a little bit higher. Sam Cooke's version, and most versions I heard, are just a 1, 6, 2, 5. Now I'm an E now for some unknown reason. Almost all the versions I heard do that, but Leo, come here, you. Get off my gable. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Come here. Say hi to the folks out there. Say hi out there. Look up there. Look up there. All right. All right. He was tripping over my light cord there. Oh, you gonna play the piano? Yes. Go ahead. Good. That's called a cluster. Yeah. And almost every version I heard did this 1-6-2-5 deal. But Nat King Cole's version, interestingly enough, starts off with the 1 chord, D major, and then takes it to the 5 chord minor, back to the 1 chord dominant to the 4 chord. And that is a very common progression. Ending there on the C dominant, which takes us back to D major. Okay, let's get into Linda Ronstadt's key here and work on this tune a little bit. So if you're singing the song, a good intro would be just like the dominant chord, the F7th. And put that, what is that? Put that 9th up there on the top, because that's the vocal lead note there. I love you. And then if you want to do the Nat King Cole thing, go to F minor. Is that right? I love you. I'm in the wrong key there. I love you for sentimental reasons. Because we're in the key of B flat. There's where the 5 chord would be on F. Root, 7th, 3, 13, and 9. Got a nice stack of fourths there. And it gives the vocalist their lead note. I love you. Now you could just go 1-6-2-5 like this. For sentimental reasons. I hope you will believe me. I've given you my heart. And, if you're accompanying a vocalist or yourself, the melody is very kind of chopped up. I love you, big space. For sentimental reasons, big space. So it's easy to put in little filler things on the piano. And that's what Nat King Cole does if you listen to his recording. So something like this. I love you. For sentimental reasons. I hope you will believe me. I've given you my heart. And, common substitutions for this 1-6-2-5 are like 3-6-2-5 or 3-6 as a dominant 2-5. And actually you can make any of the chords dominant, but the more dominant you make them, the more kind of bluesy it gets, see? Especially if you put the blues scale on it. But a typical 1-6-2-5 is just the root chord, major usually, then minor on the 6, minor on the 2, and dominant always on the 5 chord. And if you want to do the Nat King Cole version, his chords that is, you start on the 1, I love you, go down to the F minor, that's a 5 chord as a minor, and so that's setting up a 2-5-1 to the 4 chord. 1, 2, you know, a 2, 5, 1. See, it's an E flat. And then take it up to A flat there. For sentimental reasons, and then just go, you know, around the block as we say, 1, 6, 2, 5. I hope you will believe me. I've given you my heart. Excuse me. Now the bridge of this song, I've given you my heart, and say we'll never part. You gotta go to the 4 chord, or to the, you know, this could take you to the 2 chord also. I think of you every morning, dream of you every night. But a good way to get there is to do the walk up there. I believe that's the Linda Ronstadt version. I think of you every morning. So we get to the bridge by getting to the 4 chord. However you want to do that. You can just play a 1 chord and make it dominant. And then I think of you every morning. 2 chord, 5 chord, right? And you know, this is not an uncommon progression to go down a half step, do the minor 7 flat 5. You know, that is a scale tone 7th chord, or what they call a diatonic 7th chord. It's in the key of B flat. If you take scale tone, or I call them scale tone 7 chords, but the more proper term, I suppose, is diatonic. There's the 2 chord, 3 chord, a minor, 4 chord, major 7th, 5 chord, dominant always, 6 chord, minor, and there it is, you know, following the key signature. You know, there's a minor 7 flat 5. So, doing the bridge once again, think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely. So that's a 2-5-1, going to the 6th chord, and that's a minor 2-5-1 because the 6th chord, G, is usually a minor. And then, you know, you can play around with that chord a little bit. And we're going to the 2 chord as a dominant chord, and they call this a secondary dominant because as soon as you change it to a minor, it becomes the 2 chord of the real dominant. And, or you can just say it's a secondary dominant on the 2, leading to the real dominant, which is on the 5 chord, F. So one more time through the bridge. The dominant chord, you can play around with it. There I did an augmented chord. Not just augmented, but an augmented 7th, because there's the 7th. Just move the 5 up like that. Now, a little reharmonization. I put a video up of Annie, 2 videos actually, and they both got hit with copyright like that. So I'm sharing revenue, you know. I don't know how much of it I get, but and that's okay. But, you know, there's a real interesting chord in Annie where it kind of goes to this G flat major chord, you know, when you're in the key of F, and then to the 5 chord. So I thought, you know, maybe we could try that in this song. Let's try that again. was a B major seventh. B major seventh with a, like the sharp 11th or something, because that's the melody note. But would be a really good song, you know, if you're trying to find a song to, you know, to learn how to put little fill-ins in between the vocal line. This is a perfect song for that because it just leaves space in a very convenient way. So one more time, trying to put some more little fill-in lines. I love you for economic reasons. I hope you will believe me and click upon those ads. I love you, and you alone were made for me. Please give your loving arms to me and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm not sure, whenever you're in sight. I love you for sentimental reasons. So thank you, my loyal and faithful subscribers. Hope to see you again real soon. And, you know, it's coming up on summertime here, so I might have a little bit more time to do videos. So put your requests in down there in the comment section, and be sure to give me one of these, and I'll see you again real soon. And before we go, how about a quick look at my faithful dog, Leo.